Well, hello, Virgo. Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Virgo, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Virgo. This is going to be your general reading. You guys do have a love reading that I've already done. I've done plenty of videos like earlier today. Those will be posted later on tonight. But I wanted to just come on here and do a live video. Hey, Anointed Hands. Hey, Sean. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Keita. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the reading. Now, what I want to do, I want to do mostly tarot. I like with the cards with the reading that I have later, it's a love reading, but it's all oracle. And I don't really rock with oracles too many times within one day. So I want to go ahead and get an element card. I want to see what's going to come out here for you, Virgo. So let's see. This is for Virgo. Let's just see what you guys are on, so to speak. Oh, oh. Virgo, you guys have Mars and you have Aries here. It says your life story hasn't yet unfolded. So, okay, we don't really put these here, but we'll put that to the side. That makes a lot of sense, I guess, because there's just a lot of things that you guys are in expectation for. We've talked about it plenty of times. So, okay. Now, looking at these two cards together, the first thing that I thought about may have something to do with anger, irritability, impulsiveness, whether it's you or you're dealing with that. It could be both. It could be maybe you're dealing with impulsivity. You've been dealing with a person who is impulsive. Maybe you've been angered or angry because of someone's selfish behavior, right? Because Aries talks about the selfish nature, right? Make sure you guys are taking your time when you're driving down the street. But here you got Aries and Mars. Aries is already a war energy. It is Mars ruled anyway. But having these two come out is letting me know, and it does give you energy. It gives you drive. You're very driven. That type of stuff is here. So I don't want you guys to think that you can't grasp like some good stuff from these cards. This is like, more so a fighter, right? You're ambitious. You guys have more courage, but it's something here. Now, it looks like maybe, I don't know if you guys blew up on someone or that could possibly happen, because right under the Mars card was the card of forgiveness. Someone is like, hey, Virgo, I want to talk to you. Oh, okay. I was wondering what was going on with my phone. Okay. I was like, what the hell is that? So someone here has been, reflecting. Someone may want forgiveness or something like that. That's what's showing up in a reading. So I'm just saying. So I'm going to keep these two cards here. Now, let's just, let's kind of grab the goodness from these cards, not the low vibrational energy. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and pull the tarot. Like I said before, I want to just focus on tarot. Tarot is the master key. I mean, I could use this. Okay. But I want to use this because it gives me a little bit more insight into what's going on with you. We're going to start with one card at a time, okay? And whatever comes out, the house, numbers, that's what we're going to pay attention to. This is for, let's do it this way. This is for Virgo. Okay. Per always, you guys always have to be extra. 10th house is extremely active, which is crazy because I just looked at the astrology, which you guys already know. I mean, only if you guys know, like, I really pour myself into astrology. Like, I literally look at so many videos and like these learning, teaching methods, that type of thing. And one thing that I do know is that Virgos is having a very strong, especially Virgos and Libras. Those are the two that I saw, are having really, really strong 10th house energy, meaning that you guys could end up being famous, or you guys could be like heavily recognized for something that you're going to be doing. So let's say You are, let's say you have your own business. This is really good, especially for those who are in the comment section. I know a lot of you guys have your own business. This will be good because to me, this is like people see your business. People are very active coming towards your business, that type of thing. You get what I'm saying? This is also letting me know that even if it's not your own business, that's the hard part, right? The hard part is really having your own business because it's hard getting that type of recognition. If you're doing a 9 to 5, now that's easy, right? Because usually when it talks about fame and recognition, it is what? A promotion of some kind. It is some maybe some type of gift or reward for your hard work. That is what the 10th house is basically saying. Now, I feel like some of you guys may get some type of communication or phone call in regards to your career. And I'm just going to say it this way. Some kind of phone call regarding your career. Okay. I don't know if this is someone calling you about, like I said, this could be expansion. This could be about, hey, we've seen how you perform. We see that your skills, we want to work with you. You guys get the point. Okay. That is what the Judgment card is basically saying. A call. You could be literally about to, take action towards your calling. So you may have a 9 to 5, but some of you guys may be like, okay, well, I also want to do something that I've really been wanting to do. Remember, the 10th house talks about that. Okay. Now, another thing that I'm seeing here for you is that money has not been great, though. Now, this is sitting in your past position. This is what I asked. I can always tell when it's future and past. And some of it is still present where your money has been up and down. It has not been great. Some of you guys have bankrupt. Some of you guys have, needed to, you had to let certain things go. Maybe you had 2 cars and you needed to let one of the cars go. Maybe you had a big ass house and you had to downsize. So I definitely see that for a lot of you, that money was not the best at all. And you're trying to climb up out of that situation when it comes down to your finances. Okay. Now, again, going back to the Judgment card, this is letting me know that the universe is saying, okay, remember that card that says your life hasn't still unfolded? Yes, that's exactly what the Judgment card is basically saying. Because it's something that you're about to do. It is a mission. It is an awakening. It is a renewal. It is, it is judgment. It is, it's not the resurrection card, but it is. You are coming back to life in some way when it comes down to your finances. Now, let's talk about love, because you guys already know. I said 1 card at a time, and did you see what happened? You guys came out with 2. Remember when I said forgiveness here with the 3rd quarter? Remember I mentioned that? I said forgiveness with the 3rd quarter. And Judgment card is, this is just the old meaning of tarot. I don't ever do it like that, but of course it's gonna resonate because that's what the card means. That there's someone from the past who wants to reconcile. But this is interesting because you guys had Aries and Mars showing in your reading, which is letting me know that you are side-eyeing them. You're like, I don't know. See, the last time I was with you, there was some issues. There was a problem because remember, Aries and Mars is here. See, you were drama. And you see how this decision that you're going to be in a balance of, I don't know if it's curiosity that some of you guys may, right? Some of you may, but it's Aries and Mars. The person may not be even that open when it comes to their feelings, or, with Aries, the person can be a little aggressive with the way that they speak. And, a Virgo that's spicy like me, baby, we're going to be going toe to toe. And most of you guys are spicy. Okay. So here, there is someone that you have history with. Yes. Someone that most likely you thought that maybe at one point this could actually go somewhere. But I do see that there is someone in your reading who is like, hey, we need to talk. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Let's get the 2nd row because technically it was only supposed to be 1 card, but whatever. Might as well get two, right? I'm just going to look at it the way, now it came up this way, okay, and I saw it flipped and it landed just like that. I'm going to tell you what that means in a minute. Hello. Now, let me tell you what had happened. Before we even really get into the love thing, I just want to talk about, there's going to be something that you're going to be celebrating with work and career, hands down. I have the slightest idea what this could be. Because you can tell that like within the next 3 months, that there is going to be an energy shift with your career. Like I said before, it is a calling. It can happen literally in 3 months, or it can start to happen now, and then within 3 months, you'll start to see it. Because remember, when it says unfolding, that's how you know something really is going to go down. Okay. So it says the universe is aiding you, though. The universe is helping you in this regard. So it's not, you know how like you could just feel, especially with what I saw, right? Money hasn't been the best. You know, you guys have been through some, some very difficult situations, right? So, but now it's like you got the Judgment card, and then now you have this eclipse. So we're going to talk about the eclipse because guess what? The eclipse happens in what? 3 months. July, August, September. September is when the eclipse is going to happen. Okay. So it is letting me know that there's going to be a huge shift in the area of your 10th house, dealing with your career, because that was the first thing that came out, dealing with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, it's going to be good. Okay. Because you got the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is telling me it's a celebratory energy, which is what we saw earlier. Okay. But don't be too fast with making decisions, especially if you're not really quite sure where you're going. Or if you have some questions, get those questions answered before you take a leap of faith. But from what I'm seeing, you're going to have to move in this direction. Okay. Let's get to the love portion. Now, you know damn well the reason why you were fighting with this person. You know why you were not getting along. There was like a love triangle thing here. And this is interesting because the person from the past know that they messed up. And I'm only saying that because I can see it. Okay. You are opening up yourself to other people. This storyline is like long over with. Like, this is not like, oh, I'm still holding on to my past. I'm still holding on to the past. That's not what this reading is about, because it has nothing to do with you holding on to anybody from your past. Remember, I can see who's in your energy. Whether they're new or someone who's going to be returning, it is basically saying that there's going to be people or individuals from the past that will come in. That's one person, but you have more than one. I like the fact that the eclipse is saying you are in a process of a deep emotional cleanse, and you need this to happen. And a part of that Aries and Mars energy, like I said, is you being assertive enough. You say, I'm going to take action with being able to let go of things and people who are not where I am. If you are not where I am, you cannot be here. And so the eclipse is going to what? Eclipse them out of your life. Okay. It happens for people to eclipse out and eclipse in. Now, based off of what I see that someone's going to get eclipsed out. Okay. It is too much frustration in this reading. Some of you right now are separated from this person. Like I said, you could tell because the Judgment card is there. This person wants forgiveness, but it was a frustrating connection. Now, I get it. Some of you guys are frustrated with the fact that you're not around your person right now. And it's hurting your feelings, which is the reason why deep emotional cleanse came out anyway. Okay. I don't know why I keep saying that there is somebody here that does things when they're drinking. Why am I getting this thing for Virgo? And that's something that I'm not saying I can't relate to that, but I think I only probably drink like twice a year. But seeing this is kind of like, what's going on with Virgo? And I'm not saying that that is your vice, right? It doesn't have to be a drinking thing. But is this you that's drinking? Is this you that's doing something to try to numb yourself from the feelings that you're feeling because something isn't working? Now, I do feel like your person who you've been dealing with as well does things that are very reckless. It's like you guys are mirroring each other, which is the reason why you're got to eclipse from this energy, because now It's starting to mutate. You and them are acting the same. You get what I'm saying? The universe is trying to bring in a real union, which is interesting because eclipse came out first. Really, it was supposed to be like this. Eclipse came out first, and then the lovers came out. The person who isn't supposed to be in your life will leave. You're not supposed to be in relationships that are very frustrating or dead-endish. Meaning what? It ain't gonna go anywhere. There's really nothing to celebrate. There's always someone influencing the relationship. And whether it's the family members of the other person or other people as far as romantically, there is a problem. And so now the universe with this eclipse energy is going to say, okay, I'm going to get Virgo to see very clearly what this is. No more being blindsided, no more being an illusion, none of this fantasy stuff. Virgo, you're going to have to start moving forward. Now, let's go ahead. Let's get the second row here. This is for Virgo. Oh, I'm not going to take it, but this is how it fell. I'm not going to take it. I just want to look. You are definitely dealing with someone who represses a lot of trauma. It is a regression here. You know how you can see some people when they go to those AA programs, and I'm only using this as an example, but I'm using this as like how this person is emotionally. Like you can tell when someone is doing something really good, or they set the intentions on doing things very well. They say, oh, I'm going to make sure I do this. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to go to a certificate, a program so I can get this certificate in something, and they have all these goals that they want and everything's looking good. You're like, oh, okay, this person is doing good. They're doing better. And then all of a sudden they start going backwards. They regress. And they also have this problem too with being able to really express themselves because they press everything down. I'm not really quite sure if this person is really emotionally available to really love on you the way that you want to, because there's this immaturity here with them not really being able to because they don't know how. Now, you could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. There is definitely another person here. This person is very how some people, you can see that they go backwards. Like I said before, like this is the type of person that go backwards, but nothing they do actually gets them down. Like they're the type of person like, no matter what's going on with me, I'm going to always keep going. No matter how much life kicked their ass, they don't see it that way. Now that's the part about them that I do see, which I feel is very inspiring. But there's too much fear and anxiety about being an actual adult. That's the problem. I feel like this person finds you very attractive. They find you very confident. They find you outgoing. They know that you're the type of person that they want to be with, that type of thing. But I don't think that they can go any further than that, because even at the bottom of the deck, you guys had the Page of Wands. Well, damn, there's another page. Another page came out earlier. I'll put it back in the deck because it was like too many cards that came out. It says childlike mind. I might as well put those cards there. I feel like that probably described it, right? It was just too on point. Let's see. There's just too many, though. There we go. All right. So you have the Four of Wands in the upright, Seven of Cups in Seven of Cups in upright. Yeah. Seven of Cups in upright. Oh my God. They're not focused at all. Baby, listen. When we talked about influence, The thing is that they are in your energy wanting to come back in, but this is total distraction. And I'm like, why are they being distracted? I think it's because you're unavailable. If I have to be real, if I have to keep it a buck, I think it's because you're unavailable. There's somebody else around you. There's someone else that has entered into the picture. I feel like you were someone that they really didn't expect to come into their life. You were, okay? And they were unprepared. But they have too many irons in the pot. They got too many people hanging around. This person is going to have a problem with their house or home or something. Let me see what else I could get from that. I should have probably asked, but oh wow, I didn't expect to see that, but they will definitely have some type of issue with family or their home. This person could be widowed, or they could have been divorced. I definitely see that this person could be a father, or they have children. Yeah, But see, when it comes down to conventional relationships, they don't believe in that. They're not the type of person that actually believe in, monogamy. They're, like they don't. This is the reason why it's always somebody else around. But it's a way to distract them from their own issues, from their own problems that they're having here. This was so karmic. This was a karmic connection. This was a karmic connection here. For what it looks like. They're about to experience some type of change. It looks like they're going to be moving or traveling or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's abruptly, but there's about to be a turning point in their life. Not really sure what's happening because, of course, I'm reading for different people here, and it's going to be different for everybody. But I'm just saying, based off of what I see something dealing with home and family. Yes. I see something dealing with their spirituality. I can totally see that. And it looks like there's going to be some type of new job for them or something new that they're going to be doing. I will say that this person in general is there's going to be some type of upgrade for them. So this looks good. I do see some type of upgrade for them. That I do see. I know we want to be like, oh, they're going to be on their knees in the dirt crying. No, I do feel like they are going to experience some stuff that they don't want to experience. But I feel like once they get out of whatever type of storm they're going to have, because they will have a storm, because the storm is brewing. The universe is going to, with the right decisions, though, with the right kind of decisions, the universe is going to actually help them out, because I do see that there's going to be some type of harvest that they're going to be able to obtain. Okay. And there is a possibility that if it's not you, because truthfully, depending on their decisions, if you don't choose them, you're going to move on and you're going to be with someone else, and you're going to end up most likely, and I'm saying most likely, not with them. If not, right, you're going to be in a committed relationship. We already talked about that. This is a full-blown committed relationship for Virgo, but remember, we're looking at them. Okay. They're going to end up being in one too. Okay. So, it's kind of like everybody wins type of thing. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about your money. Whoa. Wow. The only thing that I can tell you as far as financially, you got some big ass chunk of money coming in here for you. Now, I know not everybody is going to experience that. That's making me feel that some of you is going to be a bonus that you did not expect. For some of you, this is going to be money that's going to come through for something. Like I said before, this could be, something from family, right? Like you got the Ten of Pentacles that came out early in the reading. So this can have something to do with family. Okay. This could have something to do with a sign-on bonus or a new kind of job that you're going to be doing where it's chunks of money every week. You get what I'm saying? It looks like chunk of money to me, because instead of you making $1,000 a week, you're making $3,000, $4,000 a week, right? It's that type of thing. Okay, that's what I see. And it could happen around like closer to the fall. Okay. So fall will be September, October. September, October, October-ish is what I feel like it would happen because the autumn card came out. Okay. So when you asked, I was literally about to tell you. Okay. So it's like around autumn timeline. Okay. But of course, I don't know. Like usually in astrology, you can kind of see it, but even then, it's more like, okay, it has to be well, I know it'd be something dealing with Venus. I can always tell with Venus. I can always tell with what's sitting in your second house. But it feels like it's more so like around fall. Okay, that this could actually happen for you. Now we're going to get a little messy, because this is not your love reading, even though I spent a little time on that. We're going to go ahead and get your love cards really quickly. We're going to see what's going to come out. This is for Virgo. Virgo, someone was playing dumb. They were pretending like they didn't understand what you were saying, right? It says pretending not to know the truth, doing anything to avoid change, avoiding responsibility. Yes, this is most likely the person that you were dealing with. And remember, we kept having like the pages come out. Pages are, like I said before, childlike behavior. They don't want the responsibility of a wife and child and children. And sometimes even divine feminists are like that. They're like, I don't want to be a wife. I don't want to have no kids, So it's like you'll ask, and it's like, it's kind of different how each person will do it. I don't know how a person would do that. Like, how can someone play dumb? Maybe it's like, let's just see. Maybe they say something like that. I don't know. All right. Let's see what else is coming out here for Virgo. They done said something that pissed you off. Okay. Oh, children. This has been coming out a lot for a lot of people. And maybe somebody wants to have kids, or someone wants to have more kids. Now, y'all already know this could get messy as hell with the children part, because this could also be the reason why you break up. Because then you're like, if his kids is coming out, well, I know I can't have no kids. This is what y'all are saying. This is just an example. So why are we talking about kids? It could also be that they, like, let's say they have children, and, it could be the children are being used against them. Children can be used as a pawn in new relationships. I'm just saying. But there could also be a pregnancy here. So I just got to tell y'all what it is. There was some kind of, if not, even in the, like I said before, it just depends, because that Aries is here. I feel like, this is a type of person that may have had more than one phone, or you found out that somebody may have used their phone to call you, or somebody text you. Did I tell y'all that happened to me like literally 6 years ago? It was crazy. I didn't even know this dude. Like, I literally talked to him one time. I swear to God, I talked to this dude one time, literally. And I don't even know how she got my number, because he didn't even have my number. Okay. This was through some type of dating website when I was like, I think I was like 33 or something. And I was like, never again. And like, his girl found the account and just like straight up sent me all kinds of messages and like called me every day with a book. And I'm like, baby girl, I ain't even never met your man ever. But this is what this is like, right? Somebody's like, oh, don't you call my man, something like that. But it could be you. You could be the person that that actually, you see something on the phone, you see some text messages, even if you ask, like, let me see your phone. And then they be dumb enough to hand it over to you. And you're like, oh my God, you got this chick's booty pics in here. Like, it's that type of thing. So it could be something that you guys may find out randomly just because of your randomly acts, like asking. Or it could be just like, you see something, falling, coming through on their phone, when you're sitting there. Okay. It'll be something like that. Let's go ahead. Let's get one more card here for Virgo. So glad somebody knew. Remember, this card home represents not just the person who you've been talking to. This represents anyone who's going to be coming in your sphere. Okay? Moving, like home could be you're going to get so serious about this person, they want you to move in with them. Okay? They're going to ask you about moving in with them. There's going to be a conversation about where you're going to live and if you want to live with me. It's that type of stuff. Okay? You could be dealing with someone who literally have a wife and child. You could be dealing with someone who has a person and kids. Okay, you could, right? And remember, I said that someone has an unconventional type of lifestyle, right? Like they're like, okay, I have my person, and you're going to be my person too. I know I can't live like that, but I know some people can. That's another form of home, right? But I also feel like with this energy, which I think came out for y'all reading tonight, I think the one that I'm about to post, I think this came out or maybe a couple of days ago, where the person in general just feels like you are their home. Like they got all of these different people who want them, all these different people that's like gravitating towards them, reaching for them, wanting them. And out of all those people, you're the person that they want. There could be someone from their past, again, that they may just go back to. Because again, if it's not you, it could be someone that's just a little bit more convenient. That could happen as well, right? But I want you guys to expect the miracle, because that's really what the Magician card was coming out saying. Your angels are going to intervene in some kind of way to either pull you out of a situation that isn't working, or to get you together with the person that you're meant to be, because that's all what the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying. It is a fated, meant to be energy. And if you are having a hard time pulling away from someone, and that's another thing too with divine intervention, with being able to say, hey, God, please help me to remove this type of energy from my spirit. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a storyline that may continue for a few more months, maybe a little bit longer. Because it literally says your story has yet to unfold. And so this is letting me know that some shit is still going to go down, because I still see the past person here. Yes, I do see new people, but there is a decision with that Judgment card that you're going to have to make about your future. Okay? And then you'll be able to receive peace. Then you'll be able to get peace. But in order for you to go back to this person, if you do forgive them, you want to know what the conversation is going to be? Baby, changes are required. You can't say you want this and you still doing the same shit. You got to be able to trust this person, but they also have to really be doing something that's going to show you, okay? But it may be too late. That's the sucky part about it. It may end up being too late, Virgo, okay? But anywho, thank you, Virgo. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you are interested in a personal reading, all that information is down below in the description box. If you have Taurus in your chart, I will be doing Taurus next. Sagittarius will be posted tonight. Capricorn will be posted tonight. Those are already done. I just got back in the house, okay? So I'm just uploading them now. But I'm going to go ahead and do Taurus. If you guys have Taurus in your chart, I will do that. Wait, do you guys want me to do Taurus or Sagittarius? Sagittarius only have one. Taurus will technically have two. Who has Sagittarius in their chart? Do anyone know here who has Sagittarius in their chart? Would you rather me do Sag? Okay, somebody's saying Sag. Okay, Sag. Okay. Your moon is Sag. Oh, okay. Perfect. All right. So maybe I'll do both, because Sag was going to be, unfortunately, we're going to have one if I didn't get a chance to do it before 8 o'clock. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do Sag real quick, and then I'll do Taurus a little bit afterward. Okay, I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. Bye.